guys, so I interned at one of the biggest horror production companies in Hollywood, and here's everything I learned. So it was the fall of 2024 where I saw an internship posting at a production company called Project X Entertainment, and I applied. This experience changed everything for me as a filmmaker. It taught me everything about the business and the inner workings of corporate Hollywood. And it was so interesting because I really never saw myself as someone working in an office. You know, that's kind of why we make movies a lot of times. But this experience was so invaluable, and I couldn't have been at a better place for my first ever internship, actually. And this company has made movies like the Scream franchise, Abigail, Ready or Not. They also make a lot of more bigger budget stuff like Michael Bay's The Ambulance and Nuremberg that's recently released. They also did a partnership with Apple on a bunch of things. Yeah, this is such a great company because you were able to really sit in with the execs at this company, with the assistants at the company, and learn from them. And these are some of the most valuable lessons I was able to learn from them about this industry. You know, the other day I revisited the old office. Everyone's still so welcoming, super happy to see me, and this is forever gonna be a valuable resource to me as, you know, someone who interned here. This company was actually founded by 3 people, industry veterans: Jamie Vanderbilt, who wrote The Amazing Spider-Man and like Zodiac, one of the most talented screenwriters in the industry, and there's William Sherrick and Paul Neinstein, who are great business people who've done big things at Paramount, Warner Brothers. But this video is not me talking about and hyping up this company. It's more about what I was able to take out of this experience. So I think number 1 is the importance of networking and knowing people. Like, I was talking to these execs about, you know, how do you break in? You know, how can you get these bigger gigs as a director, and all about who you know, really, and how you can get people to keep talking about you, to get your work out there. And I think that's also why I started making these zines, to kind of showcase a lot of my work to people, and I can talk about that in another video. People at the office, you know, they're having meetings with A24, then Paramount, and then the marketing team at Sony. It's like they're bouncing with different people constantly. They're like, oh, I'm gonna go grab a drink from someone from CIA, right? Like, people are constantly talking to each other. And this goes into another thing, was how at this company, you know, I was watching people's YouTube short films to see if we should keep an eye out on them. And I think this is huge. I mean, YouTube, you gotta leverage that, because if you can post your projects, people are very much scouring the internet for new talent to bring in. And this company is more specified in horror, so I was able to watch a lot of like newer horror directors and their works. And my main job at this internship was development, so I was able to read tons of scripts, writing coverage on them. Basically, screenwriters, agents would send this production company scripts, and they'll read it. If it's really, really good, then it might be made one day. And what you learn is most of the scripts out there are really bad, because, you know, making movies takes so much money, takes so much time. Like, if you're gonna make a movie, it's really hard, and that's why very few scripts are great. I think it made me realize how tough it is to really break into the industry. They are people who are willing to help. I've read like 40 scripts at my time at this company, and I think maybe 2 or 3 out of all of them were somewhat good. So it's like, if you're gonna write a script, you really hone in, find out the reason why you're telling this story. Because reading a lot of these stories, you know, it just felt like I was reading something that has been in theaters before. And really tell something that only you can tell. Tell something that is very unique to your perspective, because a lot of these just feel like recycled stuff from movies in the past. And it was such a fun time also meeting these interns, most of them from UCLA Film School, and just making these connections with people who are also trying to break into the industry. And I already know, like, they're gonna do big, great things in the future. I still stay in contact with them, and I really strongly urge you guys to go and intern at a company, because you really do make some of the most valuable connections with them. And what's really cool is also, like, we were able to oversee production and development on some of the biggest Hollywood films, and I can't really talk about them, you know, right now. But you just look up Project X and Radio Silence and see the stuff they're putting out, right? I was able to, you know, sit in script meetings with big directors and big Hollywood stars and just see what it's like picking out the right projects. And it very much is. Story is so important. Like, it's the most important thing, right? Like, finding a story that resonates. It's tough, but that's how you break in, really. There is this new trend towards, you know, vertical drama and like YouTube and social media that I'm also seeing that they are paying attention to. And you know, if you want to be in the industry, you got to pay attention to all the news, all the developments that's happening. You know, you got to know what's going on with AI filmmaking and with everything. And if you're not in the know, like, it's really tough for you to really make projects because there's definitely a lot of trends. I can maybe make videos on that in the future, but just kind of listening to the town, reading the daily's newsletter, and just staying in the loop with everything Hollywood really helps. But I think something I really took away is, you know, corporate might not be for everyone, but a lot of times you don't know what it is that you want yet. So it's so important to just explore and just learn as much as you can. And in the meantime, network and meet as many people as possible. And these relationships are genuinely gonna take you so far into the future. And yeah, I remember I was driving back after that meeting, just hearing about all the cool developments that's happening in Hollywood, and I think there is gonna be a very new wave of independent cinema coming out very soon. People are mostly optimistic with Hollywood around me, I think, and I think, you know, a lot of times you just gotta ignore all the noise and push ahead. You just gotta do what you love doing. Never lose sight of that. And hope you guys, you know, was able to take away from my experience here, to read scripts, to understand story, to make something that the world needs to see. So best of luck on that journey. And if you guys want to know what it was like for me to build these networks and get your personal brand out there, you need your portfolio. Check out this video right here and see how I did it. I'll see you guys there. Peace out.